3-point shot. Chapter 14. Korikyo's waterlogged corpse bobbed in the shallow pool. The group stood around in stock silence. They were certain that what had happened before was a fluke. No one would ever actually try to kill someone, not without the time limit, not without the mastermind looming in the background. And yet, the soaked body of their friend made it clear that they were very, very wrong. Kaede was the one to break the silence. He told me he had a sister. Shuichi intoned, turning to face her. She's probably worried sick, she continued, wondering where he is, wondering if he's okay, and now, she doesn't even know her own brother is dead. Akamatsu-san. I just think about what I'd do if something happened to Kaori, and Kaori? Shuichi inquired. My sister, the blonde clarified. Well, my twin sister, if you want to be technical. Oh. This conversation stopped in its tracks as the final member of the group arrived. So, what did I miss? The telltale cackle of Kokichi threw a number of the group into a rage.
You showed a piece of shit!
Miyu spat. Tenko cannot believe you would dare show your face to us! Oma-kun, you have much explaining to do, Kipo demanded. We can worry about that later, Kokichi brushed off. Oi, Monokuma! The two-tone Teddy took heed of his herald and took point. Speak of the devil, and there he is! The rest of the class grew tense. What's wrong, everybody? No one in the mood for a mid-morning swim?
Rise and shine your side!
The clarion cry of the cubs signaled their sudden showing. Oh dear, Monofani said, noting the dead body. Another horrible murder. It's enough to make you... The pink bear heaved and let loose a river of sparkly bile. Gross, Monosuke chimed in. What do you eat that makes that stuff happen? Monofani is not being very cute, Monodam commented. Who cares what Monofani does? Monokid carped. We got a dead body and that means we finally get to party. Monokid, you really do get what life's all about, don't you? Monokuma cheered. Hell yeah! Getting praise from the old man's totally the best. Pops, where's the love for us? Monosuke wondered. We should get along, Monodam argued. The trial will make it easier for us to get along. How can you even talk about something so cruel? Monofani replied incredulously. Oh, Monofani, my dear daughter, you've got a bit too much of your aunt in you, Monokuma observed. Enough with the family reunion, Kaito shouted. Can you just get this over with already? Temper, Monokuma chided. But if you insist. A chime went off across the group's monopads. I've sent you your newest edition of the Monokuma file. Good luck investigating. You'll need it. Monokuma disappeared, his cubs following with a
So long, farewell!
With the Monokuma family gone, the group went into mission mode. Okay, Kaede began. Where do we start?
You mean where do you start?
Maki corrected.
I want no part of this.
You are a part of this, whether you want to be or not, Kaede argued. Your life is just as much on the line as everyone else's.
Regardless, I don't think I'll be of much help. See you at the trial.
Maki left the pool building without turning to look at the others. Jeez, Kaito said. Someone pissed in her cornflakes. In any case, Shuichi cut in, already reading the Monokuma file. We need to get started. As expected of Shuichi, the astronaut cheered. Put him on a case and he's getting things done in no time. What's the plan, Sayara-kun? Kaede asked. First, we check the Monokuma file, he replied. The file read as thus.
The victim was the ultimate anthropologist, Korekiyo Shinguji. He was found dead in the pool. The time of death is unknown. The cause of death is a knife wound to the heart. There are a series of similar stab wounds all across his upper torso. In addition, his right arm is broken.
With the time of death unclear, we need to get a better picture of when the last time someone saw him alive was, Shuichi explained. I'll talk to the others, Kaede noted. Can I leave the crime scene to you? Me and Shuichi have got this, Kaito affirmed. You do your thing. You're helping? Shuichi questioned. Yeah, man, you're my assistant in this investigation. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Kaede commented. Psh, nah. This way, if Shuichi screws up, it's my fault, not his. That's... Kaede searched for the right way to phrase it. Almost noble. We'll meet up back to exchange information in about half an hour, Shuichi declared. Sounds good, Kaede replied. With that, the group split up. So, you were the first one to discover the body, Tojo-san? The maid responded to Kaede with a nod.
Yes, I arrived at the pool with the intent of checking the changing room, and was instead greeted with this.
Sorry you had to see that, Kaede offered.
It's fine. Someone had to, I suppose.
Still, why were you checking the changing room to begin with? Kaede wondered.
I set up a laundry basket back there in case anyone wanted to leave their dirty clothes there, instead of taking it back to their rooms.
Kirumi explained.
Ironically enough, the basket was empty when I arrived.
Is that normal? The pianist inquired.
Quite so. Most folks don't actually use the changing room after all.
Kirumi reminded. Yeah, Kaede acknowledged. I switch into workout gear for nightly training, but I usually just wear it to bed afterward. Kirumi's eyes widened with shock.
Oh dear, I hadn't considered the bedclothes. I should be washing those more regularly as well.
No, you're fine, Kaede reassured. Anything else I should know? The silver-haired girl pondered this.
I raced to the dorms to inform the others of what happened. Yumeno-san and Tabarashi-san were the ones who came with me.
So they were both still in the dorms, and Oma-kun probably was too.
I knocked on as many doors as I could.
Kirumi said.
I wasn't sure who was in the dorms and who was otherwise located.
Location doesn't mean much if we don't know when Shinguji-kun was killed, Kaede lamented.
I'm sorry. The last I saw of him was just after we found our motive videos in that box.
That's the last time I saw him, too, Kaede grumbled. It's just too wide of a gap. With new information in hand, Kaede continued her search for the others. Kibo rose from the watery depths, for a given value of depths, carrying the late Korekiyo's body. The automaton wore an expression of melancholy on his chrome face, and laid him beside the pool. Thanks for your help, Kibo-kun, Shuichi said with a comforting tone. It is the least I can do. We are all quite fortunate my chassis is watertight, Kibo replied. So what's the word on this guy, Shuichi? Kaito wondered. Shuichi poked and prodded at the wounds. Water damage has made it difficult to tell how old these wounds are. The blood mixed into the pool water, so we can't really judge based on that either. If I might ask, why did the culprit fill the pool with life preservers as well? Kibo inquired. I think there was blood on them too, Shuichi theorized. It's all to cover the time of death as much as possible. Jeez, whoever did this was thorough, Kaito noted. They really went to town on Shinguji, huh? That does worry me, Shuichi thought out loud. Why stab him more than once? A wound that deep would easily result in death by blood loss, even if the first try missed the heart. And how did his arm get broken? Perhaps it happened when he fell in the pool? Kibo offered. Maybe, the detective replied, unsure if that were the case. On the other side of the pool, Gonta ran a butterfly net across the water, seeing if there was anything that had eluded their sight. Angie stood by him, offering verbal encouragement. God believes in you, Gonta. Just listen to God's voice and let him guide your hands. Right, Gonta will listen. Gonta closed his eyes in concentration, hoping that this time he would hear what Angie had often spoke of. Gonta thought back to the times when the bugs were sick or injured, and he would offer whatever he could to help them. Insects were so fragile, anything could kill them. Shabashira's previous words rang in his mind.
That humans weren't insects.
Even so, they were all fragile, and like the bugs, Gonta needed to do what he could to protect them. Gonta, you tots did it! Gonta's eyes opened, unaware that he had kept moving the net. He lifted it, and much to his shock, there lay the evidence the group sought. A decorative knife. Sharp enough to pierce human skin, but with a very flashy design on the hilt, emblazoned with the mark of a Chinese-style dragon. Shuichi walked over carefully, noting the puddles Kibo had left behind. So, is that the murder weapon? He questioned. The entomologist shrugged. Gonta think it may be. Gonta, you were amazing! Angie cheered. God was there! He guided your net! Speaking of which, Shuichi interjected, I've been meaning to ask, did that come from your lab? Gonta intoned. No, Gonta find this in Gonta's room when Gonta first get here. That's odd, Shuichi said, putting his finger to his chin. I didn't have anything in my room except more of my uniform. It's not that weird, Angie argued. Angie had her paintbrush and mallet with her, and Gonta woke up wearing his insect cage, right? I suppose, Shuichi replied. But the bigger question is, where did this knife come from?